Hey, Bestie Boo, what's going on, Bestie Boo? Hey, Brooklyn Chick, what's going on, Brooklyn Chick? So everyone, if you don't know, my my friends, Brooklyn Chick, and all of my people on YouTube are amazing. And as soon as I reach 1,000, and I'll be able to stream on my mobile device, that's when I Hi.
Hi. What's up?
I tried calling you and texting
Yeah, I
you.
was taking a shower, so we can just finish.
Where are you going?
Huh? I've got a 1 o'clock at the clinic.
Okay, so is it possible that we could eat out like after the 1 o'clock at the clinic?
No, I'm gonna have to go get it and bring it back to you, okay? Because it's gonna be so late that we're both gonna be starving. So.
All right. Well, I want to celebrate 300 plus subscribers on my channel. Sometime this week. Hey, J Dog. Well, what was that? Caesar salad.
Huh?
A Caesar salad. What? Yeah.
Where?
Well, they do have one at Chili's, don't they?
Yeah, but that's for when we go to Chili's.
But is it possible to order one online?
I don't have time. I have to grab something quick at lunch here. We can do that maybe tomorrow when I come back from my meeting.
Skittles,
More
Stop
than likely it'll be Thursday. Okay?
All right.
So, what do you want today at lunch?
Taco Bell.
Okay. I'll go pick it up for you.
Hey, J Dog, what's going on, J Dog? I haven't seen you in a long time, J Dog. Tinder, what's going on, Tinder? What's going on, Betty? Mwah. Mwah. Noah! Noah! Know about the Disney World fan 16 in the house, guys. Grab him up. Oh, I'm doing good. How are you? Thank you. Hey, J-Dog, you still here? Whitney, girl, what's going on, Whitney? People's Last Stand, welcome in. Welcome in, People's Last Stand, welcome in. Love you, Whitney. Mwah. $22 likes, guys. 22. I love you too. So everyone who has not grabbed up Noah, the Disney World fan 16, he's amazing. He does all things Disney. Think Dragon! Thank you, Tender! Hey, Think Dragon, are you able to do a rating party for me, please? Or just share me out? Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, sweetheart.
In November 2011, Robbie Tesser was on a 25-day survival expedition in eastern Utah near Dirty Devil River. He chose a sandy area as the crossing point between the two banks. Within seconds of stepping onto the surface, the 25-year-old started to sink in the quicksand. He struggled to get out for a few hours. As others in the expedition tried to help him, Tesser was thigh-deep in mud and the river water rose close to his waist. The muddy substance that the man was trapped in contained heavy clay, which acted like concrete, keeping him in place. With temperatures close to 40 degrees Fahrenheit, one of the major concerns was that he'd go into hypothermic shock. Seeing as they couldn't free him, other hikers activated an emergency beacon and the local helicopter rescue crew arrived on site. The team used shovels and rafts to dislodge the man from the quicksand. The difficult task was successfully completed close to 13 hours after he'd first begun to sink.
Guys, you've got to subscribe to this channel. The channel is They Will Kill You. It's one of my favorite channels.
He was treated for cold exposure and rejoined the expedition 3 days later. Quicksand is a mixture of water and fine granular material. In the form of clay, silt, or sand, water saturates the granular material, causing it to become agitated and no longer capable of supporting weight. You can think of regular sand, a house of cards, in which the spaces between the cards is larger than the cards themselves. The spaces between the grains are filled out by water, and the sand turns from a solid into a viscous substance. The collapse can be generated by weight, vibration, or the upwards migration of water. While it may often appear solid, as it maintains a gel-like form, a sudden change in pressure can initiate liquefaction. Therefore, a person or an animal walking on quicksand will begin to sink. Getting out can be very difficult, particularly if you start struggling and moving erratically. Once the sand has liquefied, the resulting mixture traps the body in place. The forces required to loosen the mix and pull out of the quicksand fast are comparable to those necessary for lifting a small car. Number 7. 11-year-old boy in Wales. While visiting Brian Beach in Somerset, England, an unnamed 11-year-old boy got trapped in quicksand as his parents helplessly watched from a distance. He tried to go down to the sea to wash his hands when he sank into the sand, roughly 600 feet from the shore. The boy's parents alerted the Coast Guard and an emergency crew arrived at the scene. They used a hovercraft to reach him and mud lances to reduce the suction around him. He was taken out.
Yes, I did. I saw that ride opening. I actually watched the first ever experience on it on YouTube.
Placed on a stretcher and flown by hovercraft to an ambulance waiting on the shore. The boy wasn't hurt and reportedly seemed unfazed by the incident. According to his rescuers, the situation could have been much worse if the tide had been coming in. Number 6. Firefighters rescue woman. Much like the previous case, this incident also took place in Somerset on a beach in Weston-super-Mare. A woman had followed her niece 1,000 feet out when she became stuck in quicksand under a pier. She was unable to move as the mud had risen up to her thighs. A fire brigade arrived on site as dozens of onlookers followed the woman's plight from the pier. The rescuers used a hovercraft to get close and then planks of wood to create a safe pathway to the woman. She was freed after 20 minutes as onlookers applauded the firefighters' efforts. Quicksand can essentially form wherever water and grainy material are present. There are, however, certain areas where quicksand is more likely to occur. These include lake shorelines, beaches, riverbanks, marshes, or anywhere near underground springs. There are two main ways in which sand can become agitated enough for quicksand to form. One is the upwards flow of underground
Dragon.
water, which opposes gravity and causes granules to become more buoyant. The other is earthquakes. The forceful vibration of the ground can cause shallow groundwater to liquefy sand and silt deposits. The surface thus loses strength, causing building or other objects in the affected area to sink or fall over. Number 5. Karen Parkinson. Karen Parkinson thought she was going to die as she and her friends got trapped in quicksand at Morecambe Bay in northwest England. At one point during their day out at the beach, Parkinson, her friend, Gary Collier, and his 2 daughters heard a siren warning them that the tide was coming in. The group rushed towards the shore when one of the girls got stuck in quicksand. As Parkinson and the rest tried to help her, they got stuck as well. The girls were crying as they were sinking deeper and deeper. Collier and Parkinson knew that they had to get out before the tide claimed their lives. A bystander called the Coast Guard, and a 12-strong crew rushed to help the group. The rescuers told them to put out their arms and legs so that they could distribute their weight. Roughly 5 minutes before the bank flooded, the rescuers managed to dig them out of the sand.
Alright, love you. Love you all so much.
Number 4. Ryan Osman. Arizona man Ryan Osman went through 12 hours of horror as he was hiking with his girlfriend, Jessica McNeil, in Utah's Zion National Park. At one point during their trip, McNeil tripped and got stuck in quicksand. Osman helped his girlfriend free herself, only to get his right leg trapped inside the mixture of sand and water. As hard as he tried, the man couldn't dislodge his limb from the quicksand. He described it as standing in a large puddle of concrete that instantly became dry. McNeil made the hard decision of leaving her boyfriend behind in order to find help. Neither of them was sure if they'd ever see each other again. Osman was trapped in cold water and believed that he'd ultimately lose his leg. It was February, and as he waited, the man had to endure snowstorms. McNeil had to hike for 3 hours to find service on her cell phone and call for help. A helicopter arrived in the area and hovered above as a rescuer came down on more than 100 feet of cable. The man scraped the sand away so that Osman could free his leg after spending close to 12 hours in quicksand. Afterwards, the couple and rescuers had to spend the night in the park as they were caught in the middle of a winter storm. The couple was treated for hypothermia, while Osman also suffered from exposure and extremity injuries. He was, however, expected to make a full recovery.
Love you all so much.
It's unlikely you drown in quicksand due to the difference in density between the viscous mixture and the human body. Quicksand has a density of about 125 pounds per cubic foot, while the average human is nearly half as dense. You can float on quicksand more easily than on water. To actually drown in quicksand, with it gradually invading your airways, you'd have to fall in face first and then be unable to pull your head out. It's a gruesome perspective, but such occurrences are rare. The most likely scenario is that one or both of your legs will become trapped inside. Struggling and agitated movement will only make you sink faster. However, living things sink to the level that their weight displaces an equal weight of quicksand due to buoyancy. What this means is that you'll only sink about waist deep. The main problem is that you can become trapped and unable to move for hours and even days on end. Depending on where you are, this can be fatal in a number of ways. Predators stalking the area might attack you, or you could simply starve to death. You could also die from exposure to extreme weather. In cold environments, you might go into hypothermic shock, and in extreme heat, you could die from dehydration. If you get trapped close to a shoreline, tides are the number one concern, as they might cause you to drown. Number 3, Nicola Raybone. In the summer of 2012, Nicola Raybone was on the Caribbean island of Antigua to celebrate her father's wedding. The 33-year-old mother of two had drinks with some friends at the Jolly Beach Resort and then went on the beach to watch.
I know, right? Crazy weather.
The sunset. The rest of the wedding party went to dinner, and Raybone was to join them later as she walked towards the sea near the five-star resort. The woman became trapped in the sinking sands. It soon got dark, and the waves started coming in. She'd left her phone in the bar area, so she couldn't call for help. She started shouting, but no one could see her on the beach, which had become pitch black, despite desperate search efforts from her friends, family, and the hotel staff. The woman wasn't found. The tide that night was reportedly rough and high. Raybone's lifeless body was discovered on the shoreline the next day. Today's video was requested by King Zuzu 90. If you have any other topics you'd like to learn about, subscribe and let us know in the comment section below.
It's kind of awkward the way quicksand works. Alright, Tinder. Love you, Dad. Hey guys, I have a raid for Joseph. If you don't mind, I'm gonna put it in the chat so I could see it. Wait a second. Those people that are calling me are not gonna win. They're not gonna win. They're gonna keep on losing. They are gonna keep on losing. By the way, a few seconds ago I got an unknown caller calling my number. They think they could stop me from growing my channel. Well, they're not. And I'm not gonna stop until they stop. Which means I'm not gonna stop until they stop torturing me with phone calls from ghost numbers. Good afternoon! Five-speed accountability. Good afternoon. You okay? Oh, we are. We're having a blessed day here. Jesus. Hi. Welcome in. Stereo. Pokemon. If they continue that unknown caller ID thing.
Zoe, mine rings about 50 times a day.
No, I mean if they do, I'm gonna have to get my number changed again.
No, 'cause I'm not changing my number. We're not changing yours again. We're not doing that again. We're just going to let them keep calling, and you can keep not answering, because that's much more frustrating than you can imagine. We can call all day. See, a lot of that has zero to do with these trolls. That's just people that are calling random numbers that are trying to sell something, right?
All right.
So just don't answer unless you know absolutely who it is. That's going to happen no matter what phone number you have.
Whitney, who is this person? And do you know her? Hey, Becca, what's going on, Becca? Oh, and by the way, you haters will not win. I can assure you that you will not win. You will lose permanently. You won't win. So keep on trying. Keep on trying me. Because you will not win this time. Not now. Not ever. Alright, Dad. Okay. Think y'all can win over me? You're wrong to think that. Stop calling my number. Last warning, trolls. Stop calling me before I do something that you might not like. That you might not like at all. Stop it now. Oh, and by the way, I know it's you, Harley, with the unknown caller IDs. I know that's you. So give up now.
Whole wad of heroes in the DC and Marvel universe. We was Adam. Hey Adam, I'm busy talking. Rosie, Bestie, hide the troll. Hide any trolls on the spot, you guys. Ugh. Oh yeah, Ant-Man was actually part of the Avengers. I'm just remembering that one scene in Endgame. Oh, you mean the one where he said, "Hey,
Well, guys, I gotta go, but I will see you in my next one.
The guy you wanted to have in church."
I will see you in my next stream. stream in a few minutes. Bye, guys. Mwah. Bye.